Welcome Sagittarius to your love reading for November 5th to the 11th of 2018. So with the new moon in Scorpio, that does activate your 12th house of secret sorrows and closures. So there may be new beginnings, but also newer endings that you might be dealing with, especially where it comes to emotional connections and intensity that might be there, things that may have been hidden. So a lot of issues may be coming to light. So let's see how the energy might go with your 12th house. So November 5th to the 11th of 2018. So this is going to be like I did a few other signs, like a private connection. So we're going to be speaking about you and what might be going on with the person. So the potential of a connection between you and your love interest or partner. So let's see the mutual energy between both of you. A lot of frustration. This is where arguments could intensify, energetically not happy with one another. Sexual frustration, temptation could be at an all-time high where you're not if you do have arguments with somebody, you might threaten them. I'm going to talk to somebody else. I'm going to do something else. Some of you might literally go ahead and do it because of what someone else may have been saying to you, what they've done to you. So holding on to extreme frustration. Sometimes it's a sexual connection that you might have with somebody, and you do it, arguments, and then you have that sex, and then it's off of out of anger. Some people might like that. That might be like their fetish or something like that, but that's it's not a healthy kind of thing. So be careful of impulse and get into arguments and frustration. So that's there between both of you, right? What might be your partner's potential love interest response, what they're bringing towards you? So they might even want to move out. They might not talk to you, communicate with you around the home. They might be going through some issues financially, so maybe bad communication, or just not happy with going through with the wedding, a commitment, or just not wanting to connect in some way. So let's see, what might your response be for Sagittarius? So the Ten of Pentacles show up. So it seems like either they might be wanting to move out and you're wanting to move to a different place, or keep things how they are. So there might be frustration between both of you. So if you are in the same environment, you might not be talking to one another. So what it seems like to me when it comes to potential, somebody, either you want someone to come with you, they are not ready, and that's why both of you might be frustrated. That's how some of you might be going, what you might be going through. But just try to keep this as a private reading. So this is, I feel like for some of you, that person that you're dealing with, they're not really wanting to commit just yet. What might their response be? So we have the Empress, wanting to connect sexually, maybe spoken for, just depends there, right? Let's see, what is the advice? So the Ten of Wands is in reverse, so that means that you need to let it go. Go through a divorce. If they're threatening to leave or to step out or to do something else, I feel like that's the energy of you saying, hey, go ahead, and that lets me know where we both stand right now. So it does seem to be either a divorce or a separation that's taking place between both of you. So let's see the outcome. Potential for Sagittarius. The Devil is showing up. Not good. Leo had the Devil as well. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, but that's restriction, fear, holding on and staying with someone where it's not a mutual thing. It's not a mutual compromise. Clarify the Devil for Sagittarius. Hierophant. Definitely a marriage, or the sexual impulse or the attraction that you have to someone, it might be so intense that it's not a healthy thing. Restrictions on beliefs, not being able to change those things, and how you might go about it. Holding on to an ex-partner, or constantly maybe bringing them up or thinking about them, whatever it might be. Clarify the Devil for Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune shows up. Maybe karmic cycles that might be happening between both, or you feel something can bring you together with somebody, but someone is spoken for. They may be spoken for. Clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands, and it's usually focusing on your confidence, and often when we release someone else that we've been holding on to, or vice versa, that has to happen with them, that we again, then we can have victory, then things can work out, but not until then. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles for your response. The Emperor, and that means that you might be focused on maintaining the home environment, working, trying to manifest it in your life, working towards that goal, and even having someone around. It could be an Aries for some, but you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people here. Capricorn, Taurus, then you have it's anyone that you might be dealing with. But also I want to see one more. So about a Knight of Wands. Yeah, there may be a lot of sexual frustration between you and that person, then a lot of impulse, verbal frustration, conflict that could be going on with someone that you might be around or next to, someone that you're dealing with as well, could be going through these things. So I feel like there's you want something to happen, but it's not ready just yet. All right, be careful of staying in a marriage or relationship that's not really suiting you right now, that's not working out. Messages for Sagittarius for November 5th to the 11th, 2018. So retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. For some of you, I believe Taurus had that as well. Message for Sagittarius for November 5th to 11th, 2018. And true love, it says this is the romance of a lifetime, and I feel like that's when the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that, yeah, things can move out, but don't be obsessive about the connection, because you have to move through a process of release though, right? Messages for Sagittarius, November 5th to 11th, 2018. And make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. We just spoke about those steps. Maybe it does require that some of you, your partner might be moving out, some of you may be moving out. Just try not to jump. Make sure that you maybe save, that you tie up loose ends, and that's what that new moon is bringing about, where you can focus on these things to take those steps to move forward, and then the full moon comes, and then that's where everything is ready to kind of go. So just keep that in mind. All right, so that's going to be your reading. The potential for this week, not so much. Could be next week, could be a few months from now, maybe when Venus is in going direct, maybe 2 weeks from now. But just keep that in mind. And still Mercury goes retrograde right when Venus goes direct, so there's still maybe some obstacle and blockages when it comes to communication, someone returning still if you don't do things in the right way. So this is the opportunity to focus on what you can do right now in incremental steps to reach that particular outcome that you want. So that's your reading. I hope the messages did help out in this week. You can go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for you if you'd like. So have a good one and enjoy.